been outstanding. I think Monte is getting more and more confidence in what he's doing for a younger player, and he missed a little bit of time last year, but he's running around. Apke, coming back from his hamstring injury, he missed a lot of time last year. He's showing flashes of being very good. Special teams, he's excellent. Reeves is doing a good job. And Everett, I think, is starting to really grasp the defense, and he's being very versatile as well. He can play in the box. We can do different things with him down on the line of scrimmage, and so yeah, I'm very pleased with the safety so far.
Montez Sweat, I guess, was left yesterday. Was there an update on him?
He got kicked. He got leg whipped. He got kicked in the calf. So we'll probably keep him out today, but he'll be fine. He should be back hopefully when we come back after the day off.
Another injury question. Darius Geis, how has he been relative to expectations, relative to getting him ready for that
Very
season?
good. He's been fine. You know, we're going to increase his workload next week a little bit more and more. But he's been good. And, yeah, he's got a good handle on the offense, protections. He's catching the ball very well again. And so, yeah, I think we're just going to continue to increase his workload more and more.
Jay, a guy like Wes Martin, obviously beyond what he does on the field, what did you learn about him as a person in your kind of pre-draft interviews and everything with him?
Wes? Yeah, well, he's a smart kid for sure, and hard worker, strong, really strong. And obviously as a guard, you have to have some strength because those big guys inside with Jonathan and Payne and Fletcher Cox and the guys we face, you got to have some strength. But, you know, I think what we've learned a little bit, he's a lot more athletic than we thought. You know, he can pull. He's pulling very well. But as a character, we knew he was a grade A character. There's no issue there. So now it's just a matter of getting him acclimated to the speed of the game, the stunts, the movement, how to adjust certain blocking schemes to different fronts and looks. But he's been very good so far.
Coach, what have you seen so far from Cole Holcomb, and how do you think he's adapting to the NFL level?
Cole Holcomb is he's been excellent. You know, I think he works extremely hard mentally, which is important for a linebacker. He studies film. His first one up, watching tape, 6 a.m. Getting a coffee, and he's there watching his iPad. You know, he's a very hard worker. Wants to be great. He has the tools to be great because he's got power. He's got speed. He's got instincts. He's got everything you need for a linebacker to have as far as a skill set. Now it's just a matter of the communication, seeing things, and adjusting to different looks. But I've been very impressed with Cole.
Jay, over to your left. You're a week into camp, a week before the preseason opener. You broke down how you hope to split up the quarterback reps and even said you might not name a starter till week 1 of the season. How do you assess the competition? Are you pleased with the way the reps have been breaking down?
Yeah, you know, you can never have too many reps, but with more reps comes more work for other guys and more running for the receivers. You wear them down, and the corners and the safeties and the linebackers and the defensive line, offensive line, and so we've had to, have to chop down practice a little bit today. We'll give them a day off tomorrow, and then come back and we'll meet as a staff on our day off and reevaluate the situation as far as reps are concerned with the quarterbacks. But so far, I think it's how we wanted it to be. We've given them all an equal shot, lots of reps. And they're probably right around equal right now.
With the first preseason game a week away from today, what are you hoping to see in this next span of camp?
Just continued competition and continue to get better. That's all we can do. And, continue to teach our system, teach our fundamentals, and try to find the best players. And that's the only way we do that is practice. We'll have some padded practices. We may have a live session before the game. But then once the game starts, I want to make sure these guys know what to do so they can go out and play and show us what they have. Nothing worse than having a great athletic player not knowing what to do. You know what I mean? So we got to make sure these guys are schooled up and they're doing the right thing so they can play fast and show us exactly what they have on game day.
Jay, last year you didn't get to see Adrian really with Darius and Thompson and camp and things. Have you kind of liked what you've seen with that dynamic in the backfield with those three?
Yeah, you can't discard Samaje Perine. He's been outstanding. Even catching the ball, protection, he's been great. He's strong. He's been great. So those guys have been very good. Chris Reynolds done a good job. Byron Marshall's shown flashes still. So I think the running back room is pretty solid. And we had Sean. He's shown flashes of speed and able to catch the ball. So it's a deep room, and it's going to be some tough decisions in that room, that's for sure.
Jay, I know it was only one day, but how did the two new linemen look? And I guess, what's the plan to get them up to speed as fast as possible?
Yeah, they did okay. Hughes, he got good feet. He can move a little bit, so it's good to see him, get him out there and get him back in the game a little bit. And Donald came out there, and, Donald's Donald. He's a very experienced guy. Seen a lot of different looks, pass blocked a lot of good players, in his day, so he'll be fine.
Jonathan Allen, who was in the middle of it yesterday, I know it's probably more frustrating for the defensive players because they don't get to touch the quarterback this time of year. How do you make sure to encourage those competitive instincts, reel back on the part that ended like that?
Yeah, well, that was more of that was after one-on-ones. It was nothing really to do with competitiveness. That was more talking, and not a big fan of talkers. So, not Jonathan in general, but overall, I think both groups were talking a little bit too much, and then the tempers got flared. So, but Jonathan, Payne, Settle, Ioannidis, Brantley, JoJo, those guys are a force to be reckoned with. They're doing very good on the defensive line. They're giving us good looks, pressing the pocket, and then our edge rushers are doing a good job of getting the edge. So it's a good group, and it's making us better on offense, and hopefully our offensive line is making them better. That's what this is all about. We got to compete, and we got to handle different looks and good people. So it should make us better in the long run. But the fighting and the talking, that doesn't help at all.
Jay, what would you say Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie's role is with the team? You see him out there sort of kind of with the team stuff, and you see him on the second field with the walkthrough. But what would you say has been his role so much primarily?
DRC's obviously an experienced guy that can still run. He's been, he's kind of been hobbled a little bit. He's got a little sore ankle, but he's a guy that can play nickel, both corners, obviously. And it's another experienced guy that can run. So it's good to have a guy in here like that. So he's right in the mix at corner with all those other guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.